You had dealt with a troll, and Rupert and Valko were going to do their own thing about Terence Smallveld, and you went to investigate the spear that Al said was wanted by the Winter King. To do that, you tracked down the owner of the ring, which led you to a field just west of the city, the Hollow Meadows. You got there and found this chap in a ghillie suit was about to attempt an assassination on a Fae in the field below. Dealt with him, neutralized him, but didn't kill him. Broke his kneecap, and so got some information out of him to the effect of telling you the spear had been captured by his strike team and taken to a vault somewhere within the Megatron, which is the series of storm drains beneath the city. But that you'd never find it. His ID badge had a sort of silver ring on it, and you sort of managed to get some more information out of him that it represented the cabinet, a political group attempting to gain further control of the city through local politics. I think that's where we left off. So you'd rung an Uber for him to turn up in about an hour, so he'd have to crawl to the roadside and headed back to your car. So where would you like to go from here?
Should we? I think we need to go somewhere where we can investigate the cabinet and their kind of known locations.
Yep.
That sounds good. So you're heading back into town?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So as you're driving back there, I'm going to compel I feel what my gifts might reveal for George. So Hannah can have a fate point. Your fate points are both refreshed, by the way. So you should have one, Ali. And no, you should have two. One for you, Ali, and one for two for Hannah.
Okay.
Yeah. So take another fate point, Hannah.
Yeah.
I'm going to compel this. You can hear murmuring from the back seat, but Aira doesn't hear anything.
Okay.
As you're driving along, the murmuring seems to be getting sort of louder and louder. Eventually, you can sort of hear, "Make it right, make it right."
Can I see anything in my rear mirror?
At first, no.
Hang on.
So turn around.
Do you want to just say that again? Because I had to move my sheet because Ezra's being a pain.
Okay. At first, you see nothing. You sort of peek through your mirror and nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
And so the murmuring stops. And when you look up again, you start getting into the city center. I'd like you to make a discipline check. Because as you look up to just to check your mirror before you join the roundabout, you see a pair of blue eyes staring back at you through the rear view mirror from the back seat, except one of them has a lobotomy scar in the corner.
Yeah. Okay.
So make me a discipline check.
That is a 0.
A 0.
Discipline's a specific skill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 0.
Okay. Oh, shit.
May I just say, you're sounding very wedding DJ tonight, James.
No, sorry, I just got a really sore throat again.
It's not your voice, it's your intonation.
No, it's because I've got a sore throat. That's why I can't, like, I'm taking it easy on my voice.
Yeah, that doesn't affect your intonation, though.
What is intonation?
Like going...
I'm speaking slowly because...
No, not you're speaking slowly. You kind of go, all right. And
Sorry, it's because I'm doing the thing where I'm trying to, rather than saying and then going quiet for like a minute, I'm trying to sort of speak slowly and let my brain catch up to what my...
You can just say like yes and acknowledge though, and then be silent.
Okay.
Just so that you know you don't have to fill all the silence. It's just try not to just not respond and then it be silent, because then we don't know if you've heard us or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough. Right. So that discipline check. You're so shocked you accidentally slam on the accelerator.
Okay.
So throwing yourself into the roundabout. So I'd like you to make me a drive check now to see if you can avoid the oncoming traffic coming from your right.
+1.
+1.
Yeah.
Let's see what they get. I've accidentally closed down the fate roller.
Just roll it again.
I'm accidentally closed it down, which means I have to like close down the entire. There we go. Thanks, Ollie.
I did it last week, and I had to close it down because you can't find it again in the app.
It's awful. All right. Oh, okay, right. You narrowly managed to swing out the way of an oncoming truck
Oops.
and get back onto the sort of road without any further incidents. Lots of honking horns behind you, since it's about 9 o'clock in the morning at the moment.
Okay, is the thing still in the back, or is it?
You look back and it's gone.
So, what was that? A ghost? Or something?
Maybe.
Okay.
You're not sure.
So, if I'm seeing a ghost, I don't necessarily know that it's a ghost. They don't.
Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes not.
Okay.
It depends, because if it's one that's sort of where the evidence of its death was
like, it's not like they look see-through.
No.
Okay.
I mean, they might look like, if they like died like horrifically, they're going to look more obviously undead, but
Okay.
I think anyway.
What did it say again?
Make it right.
Make it right. Okay.
Okay. Right. So you headed into town to find some information on the cabinet, yeah?
Yeah, but I'm giving George some serious side eye as we're going there for that driving move.
Yes, I was about that.
Yeah. Also, yeah. You've no idea why she did it in the first place, because you didn't see anything. You literally just saw her like run out into traffic, and then have to like sharply correct.
Okay. I suggest we go to. Where would be a good place to go? Hallam Uni Library. Haven't been there yet
You could do, yeah.
to research.
Happy to go wherever.
I'm just
Right.
thinking that if it's a political organisation, then going to Central Library, that's run by the council, might have spies and things in it.
That's a fair point. Ooh. Sorry, I was just thinking about something. Bear with me 1 second. I just want to have a look at something. Yeah, okay. Hallam. Yeah, you can give it a try at Hallam Library.
Mhm.
Well, I'm looking for a scholarship role of 6.
I don't have scholarship, so I think George, you might be the best one to take this.
Yeah, I got 5. Hang on.
Right.
Let me just see if there's. I don't have a fate point that's relevant, I don't think, that I could use.
Okay.
Right. So you sort of spend several hours at the Hallam Library, but nothing comes up relevant to the cabinet. It's entirely possible they're sort of a more recent organisation, and there's not much in terms of textbooks, but you've not even found anything through a search of the internet.
Should I try a contacts roll?
Yeah, you could try that.
See if anybody's heard of it.
Yeah.
Oh. +3.
No, not much more than you got last time. So what you have heard about the cabinet, it's very, very hush-hush. It's some form of underground political organisation that's attempting to influence policy in the city. But beyond that, nobody knows who their members are or what their aims are. The only way you think you might be able to get more information would be to attempt to ingratiate yourself with known politicians in the city. From what you gather, though, which is what Marcus Trent told you, Tarquin Zandor seems to be some kind of liaison between the cabinet and local politicians.
Do we know when the cabinet started kind of being influential?
There's nothing definitely on record, but it's within the last 10 years or so.
10 years. Oh, bollocks. Okay. Right. We'll have a look up Tarquin Zandor then.
Okay.
See what he's
I'm
about.
going to need you to make rolls for that because that's relatively simple. I did give you some more information on this last time, but I'll give you a little bit more now. So Tarquin Zandor is a corporate lobbyist working in the city. So represents a number of companies, including. Oh, we had a list of them somewhere, didn't we? Baileyson Corp, the Bealey Brothers, the Thirsk family, and a number of sort of smaller other business interests. His residence isn't listed, but 1 second. No, he's not got a listed residence. But if you'd both like me to make me a contact roll, you might be able to find out more about sort of where he's commonly found.
That's a 0 from me.
Okay. No, you're not.
Did you get anything, Ali?
No, she got a -1.
Oh,
right.
We're not doing very well here, are we?
You're struggling a bit here.
I think this dice roller just hates me. What about the place? What was it called? The under the city thing. Do we know anything about that?
Megatron.
What do you say?
Do we know all we could know about that Megatron place or whatever it is?
You know, it's a series of Victorian storm drains underneath the city, so it runs throughout most of the city centre from sort of the River Don up to at least West Street, if not further.
So what did he say about that? That they supposedly
they've got it hidden, the spear hidden in the vault somewhere in the Megatron,
somewhere.
But he couldn't tell you where.
Yeah.
Right.
If it's winter magic, if it belongs to the Winter King,
yeah.
Is there any way of me kind of like tracking it?
Oh, potentially.
Or just being able to like pinpoint it a bit nearer, you know what I mean?
Yeah. you need some kind of symbolic link to it. So what you could do, few suggestions, either get something from the Winter King, it's probably going to be a bit more difficult, or if there's any pieces of it remaining where it was taken, that would probably give you some kind of symbolic link to track you down a little bit.
I'm sure it'd be a physical link. Where was it taken?
In a field, so near the Hollow Meadows, because that's where the strike team attacked that group of Fey couriers.
Okay. You up for heading back out there to have a look and see if we can find any pieces of it?
Yeah, we may as well. I don't think there's anything else we could do right now.
The options you got available, I did make some notes on this. Right. So, you can either try and find out more about Tarquin Xandar, which you've tried a bit already. You might have to sort of give it a bit more effort. Find out more about the cabinet. Like, sort of just try and find some different avenues of investigation there. Track down the cabinet, or more information about them, or explore the Megatron, or look for some kind of link to the spear that might give you a bit of edge on tracking it.
I think we may as well go and try and look and see if there's anything, because then we can always try some of the other stuff later.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
The Megatron's like pretty massive, isn't it? So there's...
Yeah, it would probably take you the best part of a few days at least, at the very least, just to sort of give it a brief look.
Cool.
Right. Just give me a minute or two, then I just want to have a look at something before we head back to the Hollow Meadows. Must be a minute or so. I just need to find some stats or something. Right, okay. So you pull up by the side of the road near the Hollow Meadows again. And I'm just going to give it a quick drawing. You can see the drawings, can't you, Hannah, when I do them on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to do it like this, and then right. So what you've essentially got is what happened there? I broke it.
You done fucked up?
I fucking broke it. That's what I've done.
Is everything lost forever?
I have no idea. It's temporarily lost. I'll just be sorry about this.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Right.
To be fair, it'd be pretty intense if we were like on for an entire 2 hours.
Yeah.
We'd be knackered and grumpy.
Nobody wants that. Right. Right. No, nothing fancy, but this is what you've got. The can you see that? Oh shit, no you can't. Right. So the road is on the right hand side. And on your left hand side, there's an embankment. So a walk up to an embankment, heads down the other side, and then there's a river. I've not actually called the river in, so that doesn't make any sense.
Lol.
Hang on. Literally worst drawing ever.
Is that the road?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, hang on. There we go.
Is this the same field that we were just in before?
So
Okay.
before, at the top of the embankment where that sort of curvy line is between the river and the road, sort of lurking, and on the
He's
other
not
side
still
of
there.
that, yeah. So it's a good sort of 5 minutes walk from the road up to the top of that embankment, and then to the river beyond. From what you gather, the killing field where the Fey curries were taken was somewhere on the opposite side of that embankment. You can see, as you sort of disembark from the car, the sort of drag marks in the ground. It looks like a car sort of came by recently. Someone had dragged themselves to the side of the road. No sort of prizes for guessing who. And then the car left. So, is that me?
Oh, am I not muted? Sorry. That was me, sorry.
It's okay. Right. So what's the plan? Are you going to sort of head off to the road onto the embankment and search for these bodies?
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Okay. So give me an investigation roll, you two. I think that'd be the right skill to use.
+5.
Right. Okay.
No.
I haven't found my
So-
lucky colour yet with this dice roller today.
Right. Yeah. So George spots it first. Sort of a raised mound of disturbed earth on the sort of close to the river, like to the north of the area you're in, to the north of that field. Area spots it. You spot it as you get closer. Yeah, it seems to be a sort of 10-foot by 10-foot pit that's been sort of recently dug up and set back down again. So
Okay, start excavating it, I guess, and see if there's any,
okay.
like carefully and methodically to see if we find any A, bodies, and B, parts of the spear.
Yeah, it only takes you sort of half an hour digging or so before you reach the first few bodies. You recognize them. They're all Winter She. winter sort of Fey nobles from the Winter King's court. Most of them look
that's
like
not going to go down well.
It is not. All of them sort of died from bullet wounds or gunshot wounds. For the most part, it looks like they sort of killed relatively quickly, like a shot to the head. But one or two, including one who you know already. Let me just find his name.
How long ago were they killed?
Guessing from the wounds and the sort of decay, probably yesterday noon-ish.
All right.
Bright Shadow.
Okay. What do I know about this Bright Shadow guy?
You dealt with him before. He was a high up Wintershire Lord, one of the Winter King's sort of main acolytes. A little on the odd side, and you'd been sent to sort of deal with him before to bring him round to the Winter King's way of thinking. But certainly not deserving of death. So what he was doing with the spear here, you're not entirely sure.
Okay. Is there any way of getting a message back to the Winter King that do I know any of the others by name?
We'll say yes, but I can't like make.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, most of them, you know, they're all sort of middling to high members of the Winter King's court.
Can I get a message back to the Winter King saying that all of these nobles of his have been assassinated?
Yeah, it should be relatively easy. You could presumably have some kind of mental communication with Winter King.
Yeah, let's say that. Yeah, I'll let him know that they've all been assassinated, and currently trying to find his spear.
Right. You don't sort of receive any message back in word form, but there's a sort of you get the sense that the message is being acknowledged. But no further commands are forthcoming. So presumably he wants you to stick to the commands he's given you, which were to find the spear. So, while you're looking at Bright Shadow, you do notice some abrasions on his palm, like he'd had something ripped from his hand.
Well, he's the guy I'm looking for then.
Yeah,
Are there any like have a thorough look over his body, see if there's any shards or splinters or anything?
There's a handful of splinters in his palm.
I pull a few out.
Okay.
And keep them with me, and hope that that's going to be enough.
All right. Yeah. It should be enough to carry out some form of tracking spell if you wish to attempt it. I mean,
Yeah.
it might be.
That was the plan.
Okay. Right. In which case, relatively easy to make the roll, so I'm not going to force you to go through all that. I'll assume that you're doing a similar tracking spell as before, using it to enhance your predatory instincts and give you an edge on sensing out where this thing is. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay. So yeah, you sort of gather these splinters in your palm, and you press your hands together. Winter ice forms over them, and then sort of you feel your hand pointing towards the city centre again.
Cool. Well, let's follow my hand.
Okay, so you head back to the car. As you get to the rise, that black line between the road and the river, you can hear cars in the distance.
Let's run, because that guy that I was stupidly merciful with might have sent the higher ups to clean out the place.
He has indeed. So as you begin running down the verge back to the car, I'm just going to make some faint grey lines. These are zones, so these are how far you'd have to get to the car. What's that? I think. So there's 4 zones between you and the car, which is here. Oh, for fuck's sake. I hate this piece of shit. Right, so yeah, the car's a little black rectangle on the other side of the road.
And where are we?
You would be. It's not the worst paint program in the world. The 2 little two little circles on that rise there. So as you begin running down the side of the embankment, 2 cars pull up on the road, and a group of, say, half a dozen men in black tactical gear step out of the cars, looking towards you. So, you 2 make me alertness rolls, please.
+1.
+1, okay.
I'm not rolling well.
Not rolling well. Oh, ouch. Right. These guys will make 2 rolls. One for the first group, one for the second. What do you get, Hannah? +1?
Yeah.
Okay. Have car 1 go first and car 2. And George. Ira. Right. They get behind the car, setting themselves up in defensive positions on their turns. As if they're more than aware that you sort of bring some heavy firepower. That gives me a bit of a boost for my defense. Scene aspects for this. It's like a killing field. You've got the higher ground, and there's nothing so except for the cars between you and these guys. It's also in winter's grip. It's cold here. Season's very evident. There's a thick frost on the ground that doesn't seem to want to shift, and it looks like the weather's about to turn. So those are 2 aspects you can call on. Right. Start with George.
I think as far as being able to do anything, I'll probably just I'll probably just have to keep trying to run towards the car.
Okay.
Because I haven't got any range weapons or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
All
I'll
right,
just try and get as far as I can towards the car.
All right, so if you make me an athletics roll, you need to get a 4 or more to get right to the car this time. Try to get halfway. What
That's
do you get?
+2.
+2. Right. So you get to just behind that second grey line.
Okay.
So you're about halfway between the rise and the car.
Mm-hmm.
Which fortunately is going to put you in harm's way
Well,
for the gunman.
Yep.
Okay. Aira, what would you like to do?
What will I do? How many guys are there that have come out?
6 in total.
Okay, does it look to be a leader?
Make me a alertness roll. Yeah. The chap who got out the driver's side on the first car. So it looks like they're deferring to him.
Okay. Excuse me. I'll just mute back off. Right. So I am going to. Can I do my Intrifomancy thing on him?
Yeah.
Cool.
So have a look at his discipline. I can tell you how much you need to. Right, so it's only going to cost you 1 stress.
Physical or mental?
1 mental stress it'll cost you.
1 mental, okay. Just when you say stress, I don't never know which one you mean.
Sorry, right, yeah, because it's a spell, it's mental stress. Right, and the difficulty is 4 on your discipline check.
Just give me a second, I'm just trying to find a pencil.
Okay. Right, yeah, that's enough. You can stick the bad luck tag on the bad luck tag on the leader. You can so I've invoke that for free once. Okay. Right, and then car 1 will go. So they're going to take a shot at George, coordinated by their leader. +3. Right, so George, make me an athletics roll.
+3.
+3. Right. The first car's guns bark. And you sort of feel something rip through the back of your leg, dealing you 3 stress. 3 physical stress.
Okay.
And the second car is going to follow up on that and try and shoot at you again. So make me another athletics roll, please, Sam.
+5.
+5. Right. Luckily, you managed to duck out of the way as the sort of do a combat roll on the ground, throwing yourself out of the way as the second strike team takes shots at you. But luckily they miss.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your turn. What would you like to do?
My turn.
Yeah.
Keep trying to run for the car, I guess.
Okay, make me an athletics roll.
+3.
+3. Yeah, you managed to run through over the road, sliding onto the car bonnet and jumping into the driver's seat.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway?
Can I think I can't, but can I both run and cast shield in the same turn?
You could, but you could only move one zone. And you take a -1 in your discipline check to cast the shield.
Ah, okay, I'll just run like fuck then.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Do we have athletics? I do not.
Right.
Come on, be good. That's not good.
That's not
No.
good.
I
Right,
go backwards.
No, you can only move one zone, and so
What
let's
did you get
say
on your roll? Could you use a fate point?
you got a -1.
Minus
You
one.
could use your fate point on killing field.
Oh,
Or Winter's Grip.
Or yeah, could I use in Winter's Grip and like
Slide on the ice or something.
yeah, like ski down on like ice on the ice.
That sounds very legit. Yeah, let's say you do that. Right. Yeah, so you're off to you get set off to a faltering start, sort of not making very good time behind George, who clearly got better experience legging it. But as you sort of get into your pace, you sort of draw from the energy within the ice and snow beneath your feet, and all of a sudden it feels like you're sort of walking on thin air, sort of running unheeded, and you sort of be almost straight behind George within a few seconds, and jumping into the passenger seat. First strike team is now going to fire upon the car. That's a +3. It would be definitely enough to hit a car. Right, yeah. The rear windscreen explodes as the team from the first car begins shooting at you. And then the second team are going to aim for George. Make me an athletics roll, please, Han. I got a +2.
-1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you got a fate point you can spend, maybe?
I don't think there's anything that could be relevant.
Let's have a look at your things. No, probably not actually. What was it? -1?
Yeah.
Okay. So you take 3. You take 5 stress.
Right. Okay. So that's 8 now.
Hang on. So you fill in your 3 stress box from before.
I don't know why that is. Oh, right, yeah.
And then fill in your 1, you're going to have to take a moderate consequence.
Wait, do I fill in the 2 as well?
No, just the 3 and the 1.
That only makes 4.
Yeah, no, and then you fill in a moderate consequence. So the moderate consequence in this case... just have a think for a moment.
Something to do with my shoulder or something.
Give me a second. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with Gray's shoulder blade. The sort of when the bullet strikes you along your left shoulder, sort of grazing the bone and sort of leaving a nasty gash across your left shoulder.
Ouch.
Indeed.
And then can I drive off?
Yeah. They sort of head to their cars as well, so you've got a 1 round head start on them. So make me a drive check, Cam.
Oh. +2.
+2. Okay. Right. So they're going to make me a drive check. Aira, what are you doing?
Being in the car.
Okay.
Can I cast my shield kind of around us whilst we're in the car?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay. Yeah, you summon up some shimmering winter energy. Which is going to help deflect bullets from the car. Don't forget as well, you've got your that bad luck tag on the leader. But you could.
How do we invoke that? We have to invoke it on our turns.
Yeah. Oh, you could say it, like if he's making a roll and you want to make your life more difficult for him.
Cool.
So. Let me just. Right, so the first car, which includes a leader, makes a mediocre. So, yeah, they it failed to get the car started this turn. It looks like the sort of windress energies around this area have frozen up their diesel, at least temporarily. The second car got a terrible -3. They're so far behind you at this point already. Oh, in fact, yes, I know what happens. So you set off and sort of go herring. You're heading west at the moment, sort of even further away from the city. The first car is struggling, and sort of they get the car started, sort of head forward, but they stall, lurching backwards. Unfortunately, that's given the second car just enough time to build up some speed before they ram into the back of the first car as it stalled. So you sort of hear this like shearing of metal behind you, and then a sort of flash of smoke goes up as you make your getaway.
Fab. Where are we getting away to? George?
It's up to you guys.
You were going to do the
Yeah.
thingy with the splinters, weren't you?
Yeah, so shall we... Is the River Don the one that goes by Keller Island?
Yes.
Right, cool. So shall we, like, drop the car somewhere in, like, Shalesmory and then do the tracking spell?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay. Yep. So you can quite easily drop it off by Kellum Island. You can even leave it near Valco's if you wanted to. That's in that area. And yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. Sorry, I was trying to unmute.
That's fine. Okay. Yeah. So it's relatively easy to get the energies back up in this ritual again. There's no sign of the strike teams that were moving against you before. So I can do that childish drawing. Just embarrass no one no further. Okay. So you get a definite sense from these splinters that the spear is directly south of Kellam Island. Let me figure out exactly where.
Okay.
What's that?
Okay.
Okay.
Start going south then.
Oh, hang on. Is it south? Is it south at all? Sorry, southeast, southeast. It seems to be taking you.
Okay.
So follow that along. You're just walking at this point. You've left the car behind, yeah?
Yeah, just walking.
Okay.
Briskly, but walking.
It leads you to Castlegate. To the corner of Castlegate and Ladies Bridge. And then your hand begins to sort of point almost directly down.
Okay. I'm guessing there's some kind of like entrance under the bridge then. So have a look over the kind of edge of the bridge and see if there's anything down there that catches my eye.
There's nothing. As far as you can tell.
I'm just going to pull up Google Maps to see where Ladies Bridge is. I think I know which one it is. I'll just check.
It's on the corner where the magistrate's court is.
As I said, I'm just going to check.
Okay.
So presumably this might be where the thing is, but we need to find the way in.
Could be.
Okay. Well, how are we in terms of what in this universe? Is Castle Market still up, or has it been raised like it currently has?
It's been raised.
Okay. Do you think it might be worth trying to look in the kind of ruin, see if there's a entrance in there?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's the middle of the afternoon at this point, so it's entirely possible we were spotted heading in.
Okay.
Just as a forewarning. I mean, you could try and be all stealthy and shit if you wanted.
Well, we could may as well try.
Yeah, give it a try.
Okay. So give me both a stealth roll, you two.
-1.
Okay. Oh.
What was that? Really bad.
-2 for Aira.
So we're not stealthing.
No. So the builders on site are sort of fairly ignorant. They're sort of quite happy drinking the tea and enjoying their afternoon break. Despite the fact you're sort of crunching stone and like so George goes over, and despite the fact you hit stone and you sort of bang your leg and you're grunting, they don't seem to pay much attention to you. But as Aira attempts to scale the fence into the demolition site around the old castle market, the fence tips over, sort of throwing her to the ground. and the sort of builders jeer at you and start throwing rocks at you and telling you to basically fuck off.
Throwing rocks.
Throwing like stones, small stones near you.
I think we can flag this.
Yeah.
Because it's the castle ruins, way underneath, and you're a historian.
Yeah.
So I think you should go over and explain that you tried the front entrance and no one was. We tried the front entrance, no one was there. So we and you're here to look for some kind of archaeological evidence in the ruins.
Yeah, good idea. Exactly what she said.
Okay. All right. So give me a deceit roll, please. Versus their discipline.
That's a -1.
Where's your ID? Why haven't you called ahead? What, you can't expect us to believe this shit without some kind of decent reason to. They got a +2. They're falling for nothing.
Surely you've got your university ID on
you. What's my actual job? I can't see anything on my thing. Can I use a fate point?
Oh, you could.
I don't know. I've got friends in many places.
Or Augustus's pocket watch. You got plenty of identification and plenty of identification, and you sort of learnt your job, which is a university historian.
Yeah.
At Augustus's side. So you can give me a reroll if you like, see if you can get better than that.
Try. +2.
+2.
Is there anything else? Because technically on that roll, I'm not actually trying to deceive them.
Rapport.
Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. -1. This is not working.
Hang on, that's a separate roll, so let me see if they get.
Yeah, that was another roll.
No, +2 again.
Stupid builders. Okay.
So you're insisting? No, I'm a historian at the university. Like, yeah, but yeah, you're still not call ahead. Just piss off.
Okay.
Come back with some proper ID. Call ahead. So you could either try and sort of force the point, distract them somehow, find another way, sort of a different avenue to sneak in, or come back later, sort of under cover of night.
Are they all kind of like stood around together?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use my winter magic to suddenly make the oldest one, the kind of like ground underneath the oldest one, like really wet ice, so he like falls over, and like hopefully that'll distract them as they try and like help him.
Okay.
If not, we'll come back at night.
Right, make me a discipline check. I just require, it'll be 1 stress, and you just need to get a 3 or more. Yeah, that is perfectly fine. So you clench your fist and you concentrate on the ground beneath the eldest one's feet, creating an aspect of, I don't know reason to point it, to write down. You create an aspect of slippery underfoot, and as they move forward to sort of move you on, his feet go slipping right out from under him with this patch of black ice beneath his feet, and cracks his head on the stony ground. The other two sort of gasp in dismay and start trying to help their friend up. So providing a ready distraction.
I think we should feint as if we're going towards the exit and then like sneak back and like have a look around.
Yep.
Okay, so you do that. You sort of run as if you're heading towards the exit, and then sort of when you're around the corner, head down the side towards the river embankment. So give me. I really don't want to keep saying investigation. I just need to figure out what the fucking skill is.
You haven't said investigation at all today.
Yeah, you
I
haven't.
have a couple of times.
No, you haven't.
No, you haven't.
I have.
No, you really haven't.
It's my best roll.
You literally haven't used investigation once.
I've rolled investigation now anyway, and I got 6. So can I have it?
Yeah, we'll go for an investigation. What do you get? 6?
Yeah.
All right. George spots a... It's not linked with the castle site, but it's so accessible from that. It's accessible from behind the pub on the corner, the Alexandrian. I think it's called Alexandria. I think it's Alexandrian.
Close enough.
Close enough. There's a grate at the back that seems to open up onto one of the storm drain channels leading into the river. So it looks fairly narrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably going to be crawling only, at least for a while. But yeah, you can probably get into the storm tunnels from there.
Cool.
Cool. Well, let's get in there then.
Okay, who's going first?
Probably makes sense if I go first since I've got the tracking spell, so
Yeah.
I can just go in a direction rather than having to say to George, turn left here, turn right there.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just have a look at my brush up on these skills for a moment so I know what I'm looking for. Right, I'd like you to both make me an endurance check.
+2.
Okay. You make a better go of it than Aira. Aira, you're going to take 1 stress from the sort of damp and smelly and tight conditions down here.
What kind of stress? Physical?
Physical stress, yeah. I'll presume in the sort of meantime between you sort of pulling up in town and taking that injury that you've wrapped up your shoulder, Hannah.
Put a plaster on it.
Or it doesn't?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. You're crawling through, following it. It sort of seems to be taking on these sort of random series of turns as you were sort of forced ahead deeper and deeper into the storm tunnels to try and get close to where the tracking spell's leading you. Eventually, you come to a sealed iron hatch. It looks to be fairly old, probably at least 80 to 90 years old. So it looks like a pressurized iron hatch, iron valve almost.
Okay, try and turn it.
Way. Yeah, you can give me an athletics. Oh, sorry, might roll.
Might. That is not something I have. Oh yeah, but I fucking get that on it. Wow.
You draw upon the strength of your winter mantle and manage to wrench this valve open, shoving it to one side, allowing you passage in. From there seems to be a low-ceilinged room beyond. It's incredibly dark here. The light from your torch doesn't seem to illuminate very far. From what you gather, this is beneath the magistrate's court. It feels like you hear the passage of cars overhead from Ladies' Bridge.
Is this where we were before when we couldn't get in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no. Is this where the tracking thing led us to?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's leading you so far anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know we're kind of on the right track then. So keep on following the tracking spell.
Okay. You go ahead and you can hear a strange screech, like a grating noise. That seems to be coming from directly ahead. Make me both an alertness check.
Zero.
All right. Aira, you spot a movement of some grey, almost stone-like flesh ahead of you. It seems to sort of cross your path. But by the time you lift up your torch to look where it went, it's gone.
Fuck. You said it crossed my path. Like it went from a tunnel on one side to a tunnel on the other side.
Yes.
Does the tunnel also go straight on?
So you're a confluence of tunnels. It's like it almost feels like a room because it's so this wide subsection with sort of tunnels heading north, south, east, and west. You just come from the south tunnel.
But we're heading south.
You've headed from the south into the north.
Okay.
You're this.
So going back on ourselves. Because it was when we got to Callum Island, it was pointing southeast.
Yeah, so you came back to the pub on the corner, on the southeast corner of the Castle Market demolition site, and then headed north through the tunnels.
Okay. Keep on heading north then.
Okay.
Providing that's not the tunnel that thing went into.
No, that one seemed to be heading into the west tunnel. Make me both an alertness check again.
+1.
+1. George, you sort of feel something brush against your right hand side for a moment, but as you sort of turn to look, wherever it was has disappeared.
Probably have a tiny little scream.
Because little whimper.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
And then keep going.
Aira, as you're sort of following this spell, your hand begins to sort of waver, almost as if it's sort of been pulled in 2 or 3 different directions at once. As if something's confounding this tracking spell.
Okay. So I'm guessing either they've taken it into Whoa.
Ow.
That wasn't me.
Han?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I didn't do anything. What does it sound like?
Like crackling?
No, not from me, I don't think.
Sounds like someone's eating crisps.
Not eating crisps. Not guilty.
It's definitely not me because my microphone was muted. It's still happening.
Let me mute mine.
I've unmuted mine. Hannah, unmute yours.
Han?
Yeah, it's Hannah's mic.
Is it still doing it?
Just make sure your earphones are, yeah.
Hang
Only
on.
a little bit every
Let
so
me
often.
mute
Make sure your
it
earphones
before I
are in.
push them.
It just
Is it
sounds
still
like
doing
it's
it?
like no. It just sounds like it's like the microphone is brushing against your clothes or your hair or something.
Oh, okay. There was a cushion pressed up against it, so it might have been that.
That might be why.
Sorry.
No worries.
So my thoughts are that either they've taken it into several
Okay.
different parts, like broken it down, or they've got it in some sort of force field thing that's confusing my tracking spell.
Could be.
My also thought is, why the fuck did we come down here alone?
Both make me a alertness check again, please.
-1.
-1. Right.
And because the other guys are too busy being Vivian Troy's bitches.
Basically, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Spineless cunt.
Right. You're starting to realize the error of your ways and decide to I presume you're heading back to the way you came, or are you going to try and investigate further in, or head back the way you came?
I don't know what George's thoughts are on this, but I think head back the way we came, since we know where we came from, under the kind of like sinking realization of we're gonna get ambushed in these fucking tunnels.
Yeah, maybe a good idea.
Right. It's then you begin to hear almost like a drumming sound, like a coming from faintly to the north. As you turn and begin heading back into the storm tunnel that you came from, you bump into something. And by the time you sort of swing your torch up to see what it is, you realize it's a human with graying, decaying skin. Its teeth twist into a snarl. Looks to be at least a few weeks dead. But that's not stopping it from attacking you.
Ew.
Right. Fists, good, +3. How are you defending yourself?
Sorry, it helps when I unmute, doesn't it? I'll shield.
Okay. You're under circumstances, I'll allow it, but it's going to cost you some extra stress to bring it up at such short notice. Because you're not doing it on your turn, you're doing it as a defense.
So will it cost me like 3 mental stress or something?
Yeah, it's got 3 mental stress to bring up a block of 3. Okay. So you need a discipline roll and get 3 or more. Oh, you managed to bring your hands up and form a shield of ice as this creature brings down both of its hands to slam down on your head. George, you look around, you can see there's 3 others coming from the other tunnels. 3 more decaying humanoids.
They don't look like that thing I saw earlier.
No. That was
okay.
More ghostly. These seem more
zombie-ish,
yeah.
Okay. They're just coming down the corridor. They've not...
They're probably within about sort of 10 feet of you.
Okay, well, I'll just get my knives out and sort of be ready to defend myself or attack or whatever.
Okay. You 2 make me an alertness check then, and we'll do the initiative.
+1.
Okay. Right. So Aira goes first. And George, the zombies. Okay, Aira, what are you going to do?
What am I going to do? I think I will try and use I think I'll try and use a kind of like blast device to its head, hoping that that's its weakest part.
Okay, right. In which case, make me a... Oh, let's work out stress. You need to, so shifts of power they need to do. Probably recommend doing it for about 6 shifts.
Okay.
Have the effect on the thing.
Okay.
Okay. So that's going to be 2 mental stress.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, no, 3 mental stress.
Mm-hmm.
And make me a discipline roll and get 6 or more.
No.
5. If you want to put an extra mental stress in, so that'll be 4 mental stress in total, you can bump that up and should be enough to hit.
Sure.
Okay. Athletics good, +3. These things are a lot faster than I expected.
You can always just make them not,
Oh, right. Okay. So you beat it by 4, and it's a 6 shift attack. So that's 10. So 10 physical stress you deal it on the first hit. So it takes 4 physical stress. A severe consequence of frozen in place. You hit it with a blast of ice so hard it's head and shoulders to the wall. Okay.
Cool.
All right, George. There's 1 zombie frozen in place and 3 coming from the other tunnels.
Okay. One's frozen in place.
Yeah.
And how close are the other ones now? Are they like gradually getting closer?
They're judging by how quickly they move so far, they could be on you within this turn.
Do we want to fight? Are we going to fight them all, or try and get out, or what do you want to do?
I'm fine with trying to make an opening for ourselves and GTFOing.
Yeah. Are they blocking like the exits, James?
3 of them are. The one that Ali frozen in place. If you hack through them, you'd be able to get to that valve you came in from.
Oh, well, maybe we should try and get through there then. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So what do I need to try and do to get through him?
You can try and dodge past him. You could attack straight through him, or sort of break him in apart, seeing as he's frozen in place.
Yeah. Cannot just try and push him over. Is he too heavy?
You could try that. Yeah. Make me a might roll if you want to try that.
If I was to try and like break him up, would that be weapons?
Yeah, weapons or fists.
Right, I'll try that instead because I don't have any might.
Okay.
So +4 with my knives.
Okay. Endurance. Okay, he got a +4 as well. So you're just going to deal him 2. But if you wanted to use that frozen in place tag, you could.
Yep.
Okay. So that would be 4 stress. So that's not a free tag anymore. That's just an aspect. But you taking advantage of his frozen state, you slice his hand off at the wrist. Moderate consequence.
Does that mean just his wrist?
So he sliced his hand off. Yeah, you should be able to now. He's okay. So his turn, he's going to take a swipe at you. He
can we say that I've already started to go past him then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems legit. Yeah, you can crawl into the tunnels. He sort of makes a half-hearted flail at you with his one remaining hand, but you easily duck out of the way.
Okay.
And the 3 zombies are going to make a run for your legs.
Oh.
So, first one gets a +3. You can try and evade or kick them away or attack.
I will try.
Weapons or athletics or fists.
I'll go weapons. I got a +6.
Okay, you sort of take a few. So deal out a few slices with your knives as the first one approaches. The second one got a +2. Are you going to try and attack that one as well?
Oh, wait. So I get to try and dodge that one as well?
Yeah, you get to each attack you get to try and dodge. They both got +2. The second.
That was another +6.
Okay. And the third one?
Oh. Third one. +4.
+4. Yeah, you sort of slice these things' hands, sort of taking away a few fingers as they close in on you, and you manage to duck into the storm drain. And what's Aira doing?
GTFOing.
GTFOing. Mm-hmm. Right, make me an athletics check.
Not really GTFOing.
Between the zombie in the way and the zombies crowding around that entrance, it's a little difficult to get into the storm drain, but you manage to get in there, but they're only sort of one zone behind you. So, George, what are you doing? You're ahead of Aira in the tunnels, so if you make an athletics check, you can see how far you can get along.
Where's Aira?
Behind you.
Like,
I'm behind you. Or? No, I'm just further behind.
Oh,
I'm not getting attacked.
I'll just keep going.
Okay. Right. So make me an athletics check, Can.
Okay. +2.
+2. Right. Yeah. You sort of follow this tunnel along, making good time. You can see the fading sort of daylight ahead, coming from that grate behind the castle demolition site.
Sorry. Just say that again.
Right. You're making good time. You can see fading daylight from the castle demolition site ahead of you.
Right.
So in that grate behind the pub.
Yep.
Okay. They're going to make a run at Aira. Closing the distance. So I've got a +3, a +3, and a +1 Aira.
Sorry, what do I need to roll?
You could use fists or athletics or weapons.
Well, given that my highest one is fists, I will use fists. So do you need to do that 3 times?
Yeah.
Superb. All
right, okay. So you take 2 physical stress from the first one.
That's absorbed. Is that absorbed by my armor?
Yes, it would be actually. 4 from the second.
So do I take 2 from?
2 from that, yeah.
Yeah.
And none from the third. You kick it in the face, sort of crushing one of his eye sockets in.
See you later.
See you later. Yeah. Ooh. And then make me another athletics roll.
So is that me?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
And Han, do you want to make an athletics roll as well?
Yeah.
That was like the cruelest one because it was like plus, and then you have the minus.
0.
0. Okay. You both make it 1 zone ahead. So you make it to the open grate where the pub is on the corner of the castle demolition site, Hannah.
Yeah.
Aira, you make it 1 zone ahead. So these things are still on you and they're still going to attack you this turn. So that's a +3, a 0, and a +3.
So that's 3 more from me, isn't it?
Yeah.
3.
So they're basically crowding behind you, trying to drag at your ankles. So that's 3 from the first one, 1 after your armor, none from the second after your armor, and 2 after your armor from the third. So it's a 1 and a 2, basically.
Fab, thank you. Well, not thank you, but you know.
They start trying to pull you back into back through the storm drain, back into that section where they were ambushing you. But you managed to sort of kick them away, but you're taking a few scrapes in the process. And make me athletics rolls again, you two.
Remember to fucking take athletics as a skill next time we hit a milestone.
It's good for dodging. It's good for getting the fuck out.
+3.
It's 3, right? You're out, and you're
fuck all.
You make it to the grate,
Aira.
You're on the underside of the grate. You're up, and you can use some of that to help Aira up.
Yeah.
So George sort of throws herself out of the grate and sort of drags Aira up, slamming the grate back down again as these zombies sort of claw their way towards you, moaning.
Who's moaning?
Me.
The zombies.
George?
Yeah.
Can we agree never to do that again?
Yeah, that was a pretty stupid idea.
That was fucking stupid. Let's not let. If we have to split the party, let's not go searching out for things in dungeons. We've learned our lesson.
But on the plus side, you found out someone has something beneath in the Megatron, and they don't want you there because you know enough about zombies to know if they were going for you, and that drum beat means someone was controlling them. I'll give you that information for free.
Yeah, they're like what should we call it? Voodoo zombies, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're mindless. They'll attack, but if they're being directed, it's because someone's directing them. Right. We'll assume that you sort of managed to get a few crates and barrels and pop them on top of that grate.
Yeah.
Before you sort of make your getaway.
Yeah.
All right. I think we'll leave it there for tonight.
Yeah, that sounds like a good thing. We have achieved absolutely fuck all.
You've done what you needed to, which is sort of like sort of chasing up a few loose ends.
I know.
I feel like we did do more than in like other sessions, though. To be honest.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's just hilarious how I was like, right, let's go and investigate everything. Yeah, we don't investigate. We'll fail at that. Okay, but let's try this. Okay, why the fuck did we try that? But we learned lessons. I had fun. I had a ton of fun. That was just the main thing. But just hilarious.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you got a few things done. It's, there's like a few less leads to chase up next time. But going forward, I would recommend your sort of best port of call would be figuring out where Tarquin Zandor is and where this auction's happening, because that seems to be at least in a fixed spot.
Yeah.
Which auction's this? I seem to have missed that.
The one that Marcus Trent told you about. He said the spear was going to be auctioned in a few days.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I totally missed that.
Yeah, so did I. Okay, fab.
Okay.
So we'll figure out that next time.
Oh, we had fun?
Yeah, maybe write those down on the thing so that next time, like, we can remember. Because I don't think there was much written for this one. Because I'll just forget.
Oh yeah, because the clues haven't built up very far yet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right, okay.
Speak to you later.
Don't forget about D&D on Sunday, Ali.
I've not forgot about D&D on Sunday.
Okay, I'll send the usual reminder anyway.
Great.
Bye.
Right, see you then. Bye.
Bye.